And welcome to another live stream watch along reaction. Tonight we are watching and reacting to Orlando City SC versus Sacramento Republic FC in the 2022 US Open Cup final. It's for all the marbles. An MLS club versus a Cinderella Story USL Championship club to win the Lamar Hunt US Open Cup and for a spot in the 2023 Scotiabank CONCACAF Champions League. All is in the balance at Explorer Stadium tonight in Orlando, Florida. Can the Cinderella story end with a glass slipper going on the foot of Sacramento? Or will Orlando City be the fairy godmother and stomp out the hopes and dreams of the Cinderella? We will find out. Will it be over 90 minutes? Will it be over 120? Will it be over penalties? We don't know. Well, we will find out. Lineups are as follows. For the home side, Orlando City in a 4-2-3-1 under Oscar Pareja. The lineup is as follows. In goal, Pedro Gaese. The back four, Joao Moutinho, Rodrigo Schlegel, Antonio Carlos, and Juan. The midfield two, Mauricio Pereira and Cesar Araujo. Attacking midfielders, Ivan Angulo, Junior Urso, and Facundo Torres. Striker, Erkan Kara. And for Sacramento Republic FC in a 3-4-3 under Coach Briggs, Danny Vitiello in goal. The back three, Lee, Dan Casey, Connor Donovan, and Lee Desmond. Midfielders, Jack, Matt LaGrassa, Luis Fernandez, and Damia Vallerer. And the front three, Keko Gontan, Marquise Foster, and Rodrigo Lopez for Sacramento FC. Sacramento Republic FC, the USL side, the Cinderella tonight. Should be a very good match either way. Winvo's here at least for a second before the match kicks off, saying Vamos Orlando, and we will wait for him for about 5 minutes for him to give his thoughts after the match is over. So honestly, the way I see it, I'll just do a RSR on this game. Alajuelense Alianza. It seems like most cases I won't be able to make that turnaround quickly. So we will review this game. There'll be a RSR for this game plus the live stream. Alajuelense, hopefully I'll be able to cover next week. We shall see, though. The turnaround's a little bit too quick for me. That's what I was thinking anyway, but I was trying to keep it in the air. Can Sacramento pull off the impossible tonight? I think they can. I think this goes to penalties anyway. I legitimately think this goes to penalties anyway, but waiting for Winvo kind of covers my ass on the Alajuelense thing if this ends after 90. So I didn't think I could make the turnaround anyway, so it's going to be cutting it close, so that covers me. But I would say I think they can. I think they'll at least get the penalties, and we'll go from there. I think most people want to see Sacramento at least give it a good college try, if not win the damn thing. I don't think that's anything against Orlando. That's just the situation. Anybody who's not an Orlando fan is going to be behind the Cinderellas. I think that makes sense. So we'll see. Throw the damn stink. That's exactly what your team should do. We shall see. If they play scared, they may just lose this game. If they play unafraid and play like they're the better team, I think Orlando gets this done, at least in extra time. But I don't think – the thing about Orlando is I think maybe they'll play a bit scared for some reason. I just have a feeling they're going to play pretty scared. I think he did. Yep. What up, Rory? What do you think about Sacramento's coach, Mark Briggs? Wonderful coach. Wonderful coach. Is a great idea of football. Plays well with his team. Plays his team well. Sets them up for success. He's a very good coach. He's sort of like a John Herdman. He coaches a lower level team, or what you would think is a lower level team, but they play well because of the coach, making them believe that they could do anything, that they will run for a wall or run through a wall for Mark Briggs. And they believe in themselves because Mark Briggs believes in his players and believes they could do anything. Sacramento is dangerous because Mark Briggs makes them dangerous. If they had a different coach, this doesn't happen. So this one is really, this team's success is really thanks to Mark Briggs, I would say. High level amount is thanks to Mark Briggs and the coaching staff down in Sacramento. I think that's a big answer there. Yep. It's a one-game final, one and done, 90 minutes or 120 or penalties, but it's a one-game final. Only in Orlando, all that. One and done. Will it be Marshall Thundering Herd type of late winner? I could see it. I could see it. I could see it, yep. But teams are walking out. We got Sacramento in the white with the red sash and Orlando in their purple. Of course. Fighting for a trophy. If Herdman was Sacramento's coach, Sacramento would still be in this final. I agree with that, but I was making a point. John Herdman wouldn't coach in the USL. See y'all at Pens if possible. See you then. Or see you after the match. Whatever happens first. Roro Lopez played for the Timbers in USL days. He did. And he also made the first-year MLS squad. He just never got used. At least in the league. So Timbers fans should be rooting for him, I should say. But teams are about to kick off here. And the Lamar Hunt U.S. Open Cup is back on the line for the first time since 2019. Will it stay in the Southeast or will it go to California? Nice and sunny California. Are you streaming the other game and not this one? To me, it seems like this game is the only thing I talk about tonight. I think trying to get in Alajuelense is going to be a bit hard, even if this ends after 90. Especially waiting for Winvo to say his thoughts if it ends after 90. I would agree. Honestly, I would agree. If Mark Briggs doesn't go anywhere higher, I would agree. That's a good move. Sadly enough, though, I have no say. Again. This is the game to watch. Exactly. I don't think it hurts me to talk about this. I think trying to shoehorn in Alajuelense and then do a review on that anyway may not get me as much as this game does. So don't say I don't pay attention. Predictions 2-1. Tesho scores first half and Urso wins it. I could see it. I could see it. This is the main event tonight. Yep. What up, Ryan? I just watched ESPN FC, but is Todd Boehly crazy or is he stupid? What the hell? I think he's an idiot. Getting rid of Thomas Tuchel is one of the stupidest things I've ever seen in my life. Probably one of the most ruthless sackings I've ever seen. But I made a video about that earlier this morning. So at least at halftime, go and watch that. It did not do as good as I expected. Probably because there's a giant flood of Thomas Tuchel sacked content, and I was one of the many. But I thought I did a pretty good job on that video. City Field right now, attending NYCFC versus FC Cincinnati. My uncle's still in the hospital, very sick, so this will definitely help me to cope and feel better. Enjoy the game. Hopefully New York wins for you and Toronto because we honestly need that win. So come on, get it done and have some fun. Orlando City 2-1 rooting for Sacramento. For me, I think this goes to penalties. I legitimately think this goes to penalties. I say at some point in extra time it gets to 2-1, but I say Sacramento pulls off the 2-1. And then Orlando scores right at the death to send it to penalties. Because that seems more likely. I don't know. See y'all full-timer after Pens. Looks like a perfect night in Orlando, perfect for a final. It sure does. Line up again For Orlando, in goal, Pedro Gallese. Back four, João Moutinho, Rodrigo Schlegel, Antonio Carlos, and Juan. Cesar Araujo, Mauricio Pereira, and Junior Urso, the midfielders. Ivan Angulo, Facundo Torres, and Erkan Cara, the front three for Orlando City, the MLS side. Robin Janssen is on the bench. Benji Michel and Andres Perea is on the bench for Orlando. Of course, Pato's hurt. He will not have a part in this game. Oh, look, the Tifo has the USL Orlando City logo on there too. And for Sacramento FC, Sacramento Republic FC, under Mark Briggs in his third season, their lineup is as follows, and it's raining in Orlando. It's raining, as it probably should be. For Sacramento in goal, Danny Vitiello, Lee Desmond, Connor Donovan, and Dan Casey, the back three. The midfielders, Demia Vider, Luis Felipe, Matt LaGrassa, and Jack. Front three, Rodrigo Lopez, Keko, and Malik Foster, the front three. Great game ahead. He's better than Tata. Mark Briggs is better than Tata Berhalter, Bobby Bacala, and Bruce Arena. I agree. He's better than all four. As an NYCFC fan, I want Orlando to lose. However, I'm afraid if Orlando lose, that'll hurt MLS as a whole. Haters find anything to say. MLS is a farmers league, despite it seeing growth each year, to be honest. But all you could say to those Euro snobs, referee is Rami Touchon, Kevin Klinger, Ian McKay, the assistants, and Marcos de Oliveira, the fourth official. Rami Touchon is the man in the center for this final. I have nothing against him so far. But just tell Euro snobs that there's something called cup sets over there in their big FA Cup. So it is what it is. Crazy stuff's bound to happen here or there. So I wouldn't get completely mad about it. Have you seen the new CBS Sports UEFA crew? Dempsey replaced Micah Richards. We want Micah back. I like Clint Dempsey. I mean, Micah Richards is funny and he does well with Carragher, but I like Dempsey. I like Clint Dempsey. There's a different vibe there, but match is about to kick off. Sacramento in the white with a red sash. Orlando in the purple. But it works both ways, I think. People will get used to it. I saw the Todd Sacken video, good stuff, just waiting for Johnny Hall's take. He normally doesn't comment. He's just normally here. I did watch that video, but am I crazy? You're not crazy. Todd Bowley is. And we've kicked off. Orlando have the ball, playing out at the back in a rainy night in Orlando, Florida. Top Green says, hope Sacramento pulls off the win. I think everybody who isn't an Orlando fan would rather see Sacramento win. That's nothing against Orlando, except for the Spygate thing. But I got Sacramento Republic for the win. I'm not saying, besides, I'm not stupid. You're not. Foster's a sneaky good player. It's raining in Orlando. Show the game. It's called I Would Get a Copyright Strike If I Do. So, yeah. It's just a commentary, but it's on ESPN Plus if you have that. Also look at Sports Buffstream.1. Almost forgot it. 56 seconds in. Orlando's still playing with the ball at the back, but Sacramento pressing hard, trying to find a play here from Uruguay. I can't see. Again, look up Buffstream.1. Should be able to find it. There's isolated thunder in the forecast, but it doesn't look too bad. As long as there's no lightning, we will be okay tonight. See? Even Mother Nature just wants me to talk about this game. And it looks like Orlando's had all the possession so far, which makes sense. Y'all hit that like button. And here comes Sacramento, has an attack. Foster on the run, and that's out for a, looks like it's a foul the other way. See how that is. Nah. That's a little bit, not right. That's not right. Explain to me how that's, he pushed over Antonio Carlos as he was kicking the ball away. At least that's what it looks like. Sacramento wins tonight be embarrassing for MLS. It would ruin their reputation, make them take a step back, and would make all the achievements that they achieved against Liga MX's recently now worthless. See, I don't think that's the case. Again, cup sets could happen. And I don't think most people are going to cup sets are cup sets. Things happen. I don't think it really changes what MLS has done. It just shows that there's still a chance that if a team doesn't take things too seriously or if a team just outplays you, it happens. It's been 23 years since a lower division team's won Open Cup. That is true, but you can't just say, oh, everything, they fall back. They fell back. They've fallen back. You can't do that. If Orlando loses this final, you can't just say, oh, they've fallen back. What they've done against Mexico doesn't matter. You can't do that. You legitimately can't do that. Unless you want to say what they've done against Mexico was a level of cup sets. But I don't think so, because over the past 2 years, MLS has regularly been the better side. So should they beat Sacramento? Yes, but Sacramento is on a heater right now against teams in the Open Cup. I don't think you could really complain about what happens. And I don't think Euro snobs are really going to pay attention to this. Or maybe because MLS team loses, it's big news, and that's a problem. But I think it's more of a one-time – this is more of a one-time thing if it does go the way it does. And you can't really say if a team loses on penalties that they're bad. I mean, shit, Toronto was a better talented team than Chivas in 2018, but who won on penalties? Chivas. But did Chivas deserve to win that Champions League final? No. Did they have the better talent? No. Toronto did. Point is if you win on penalties, it doesn't really... Just like Vancouver, they're not the best team in Canada. Look at them. Since they've won the Canadian Championship, they've fallen off. They've fallen apart. Oh, I agree. That's true. That's a definite truth. That's a definite truth. 5 minutes in. That's a definite truth. I agree. What up, Connor? How we doing? Everybody's talking about how bad Liverpool looked, but what about Napoli? They've looked so good, great so far this season. Oh, they've been great. Yes, they've been great. I'm just shocked they beat Liverpool by that much. But Liverpool hasn't looked great this season either. Napoli's looked amazing, looked like they could punch above their weight, and Liverpool looks like they've been lower than what they've been over the past 4 or 5 years. So it all comes together in that situation. See, there's a thing called upsets. Do you know a website where I could watch? Buffstream.one. You'll find it there. It's raining in Orlando. Rain delay might follow. As long as it doesn't lightning, we'll be fine. Orlando staff is literally stupid when they watch Sacramento Republic training. You know they have cameras everywhere. Spygate! What's your thoughts on Rodrigo Lopez? I think he's the best player in USL. And at this point, you should never leave Sacramento again. And if he wins the Open Cup, he'll never have to pay for a drink in Sacramento ever again. But I like Rodrigo Lopez. Seems like a great guy, good footballer, best footballer in USL Championship, at least this season. That's a foul, but they go with advantage and they don't give it. Somebody type out buffstream.one in the comments. Oh, wait. They're on Twitch, so. Or at least I could show it. Lopez is Hercules Gomez's cousin, I think. Yeah, that sounds about right. I think that is the case. Erkan Kara, ball blocked away. Keko gets to it, but he can't get it fully. BU, type this in. BU FFSTREAM.ONE. That's all you have to do. And like your address bar. Torres over the bar. Yep. Sacramento wins tonight. Do you think they can pull off more cup sets against Liga MX teams in CCL? I think that's a bridge too far. They could beat a Mexican, not a Mexican team. They could beat an MLS team. They could beat Central American teams. I don't think they could beat a Mexican team. The Mexican teams may be somewhat of a joke. No problem. De nada. NYCFC and Cincy are playing it out as well. Yep. Plays on. Foster. Crosses in. Jack crosses in. Header. Saved by Gallese. And he picks it up before he gives it away. And Pereira plays quick. Here's a break for Orlando. Angulo trying to find a pass. Gets it to Pereira. Lopez. Jack. Vitiello gets the possession. Tries to get away from Cotta. He does. And that's given away. Pereira plays on. Vitiello picks it up for a goal kick there. I just heard AEW World Heavyweight and World Trios Champion have been vacated. They have new World Trio Champion match and World Champion tournament. Wow. Okay. CM Punk lost his end, lost his mind. 9th minute. 0-0 here. Yeah. And he was injured anyway in that match with Moxley, by the way. So even if he didn't talk shit in that presser and then fight the Young Bucks, he still would have dropped the title. Just so you know. Should have just let Moxley retain. I said they should have let Moxley retain and go over, but no. Keko, ball goes out for Orlando throw. The only Liga MX team I could see Sacramento beating is Leon, because Leon has an addiction to choking in CCL. Exactly. And they also basically choked to a USL 1 team when they lost to Toronto. So definitely possible that Sacramento could bump the level up and then, Leon chokes to Sacramento. I could definitely see that. I actually would probably pick Sacramento in that case. Just knowing Leon. AEW's a mess right now. Yep. Because Tony Khan is a money mark. He made his bed. Now he's got a lie in it. Money mark. Triple H would never. Vince McMahon would never. Rodrigo Lopez. Jack goes out for a throw for Sacramento. Tony Khan is a money mark. He's getting what he deserved. He made his bed. Now he's got a lie in it. And half the locker room already wants to leave and go back to WWE because Triple H is in control. So, yeah. Crazy. Lopez to Jack. Ball crossed in. Cleared away. Can Lopez get back to it? No, he cannot. Ace is getting trolled. That's why. That was Casey. Tackle on Pereira, holding his leg. Could that be it for him? 11th minute, they got to stop. Check on Pereira. I feel like Sacramento is going to attack on the counter. That's probably the play. That is probably the play. I would agree. Hit that like button. Super chats are on as well. Let's get this one going. Hit that subscribe button. Let's have some fun. But Pereira is down from that tackle by Casey. But it looks like they're back. Pereira's back on the pitch for Orlando. Pereira's okay. Yep. Moutinho passes back. Formerly of LAFC, won the penalty, got Orlando to the penalty shootout against LAFC, and MLS is back, which I missed the 2020 season. That was a great season. Moutinho. Orlando's atmosphere is very, very good tonight. It should be. It's a cup final. I'd be questioning them as a fan base if it wasn't good, if it wasn't very good. You gotta put it out there for a cup final. You gotta put your best foot forward. Schlegel, the hero, the NYCFC playoff match as the replacement goalie. Everybody's going to remember that. Let's be honest. Keko gets played over by Moutinho. Araujo. Antonio Carlos. Nice header back, but that's to Facundo Torres. Torres runs back to center, trying to reset the play. 13th minute, still 0-0 here in Orlando. I think we will be going to extra time at least with the way Sacramento's playing. They're defending well. They're trying to hit on the counter. They've had a moment. No foul. Advantage. But here comes Orlando. But Keko touches the ball, gets it back for Sacramento. And we have a run. We have a break. Rodrigo Lopez tries to get it to Foster. He chips over. Headed away by Schlegel. But it's to Foster. And he gives it away. Still with Sacramento. But that's a foul the other way. Foul for Orlando. Free kick for Orlando. While Fernandez was on the ball, but I don't see why that was a foul the other way. 1-0 Puebla. Pachuca in the 19th minute. Cortizo. At least it wasn't Josie. Josie Altidore outscoring Jesus Jimenez and Io Akinola over these last couple of months. Did MLS disrespect Sacramento when they did not include Sacramento's players and did not at them when they promoted the game on social media? Yes, but here's the funny part. Let's remember that Sacramento's ownership group that tried to get him into MLS rug pulled them. So I'm sure MLS doesn't like that Sacramento's here because it's a sort of situation of you can't join them, beat them. No foul. Keko plays forward. But that looks like a free kick the other way. Or a free kick for Sacramento there. 15th minute. It makes you think, though. I mean, MLS probably wanted to disrespect the Sacramento players and the team because I guess when Sacramento got rug pulled, MLS did too. But at least for MLS, nothing really changes. Sacramento, their future heavily changed. But, you know, you could think that possibly fueled this Open Cup run because they've been stewing for a couple of years before the Open Cup came back. And they've probably been sitting there like, this is the moment. And they put everything into this. And you could just see they're playing out of their shoes because of what happened. Because of all their... And they got all these MLS teams. And guess what? They've beaten every single one that's been put in front of them on this run. We don't know if they'll beat the one that gets them that's right in front of the trophy, but we'll see. They ain't losing yet. Well, as they should. As they should. One, it's the biggest match of their lives. It's a cup final, and they get to prove to MLS that MLS screwed them over. They got screwed over. I don't blame them. But I also don't blame MLS for not putting over Sacramento because they're not an MLS club. They probably don't like the fact that Sacramento is cup set multiple MLS teams and basically shown they belong. Yeah, I didn't expect it either. Josie's actually revitalizing his career. I'm shocked. Germ597 says, Go Republic. I think everybody who is an Orlando fan agrees with that. Ball crossed in. Vitiello blocked away. Cleared. Sacramento still keeps it 0-0. That'll be a goal kick. Free kick, goal kick. but I don't blame them. That'll be a free kick in the box for Sacramento in the 17th minute, getting to the 18th. Sacramento's holding on tight, just like they did against SKC, but this time they're on the road. Casey's the one who's down. I agree, frankly. I'm starting to agree. I think there should be pro rel in MLS and U.S. soccer, but the problem is that MLS owners would never go for that. They would absolutely never go for that. There's absolutely no way they would. So we're basically stuck. They bought into a league that helps them make money. At the very least, is a rounding error on their taxes. At the very best, they make a lot of money. More money than they already make. Expands their wealth 5-10 times at the very best of times. At the worst, it's a rounding error on their taxes. Free kick for Orlando. So they're not going to take that hit, even though they're already rich. But knowing rich people want to be even more rich. And I'm not saying that in a bad way. I'm not saying eat the rich. Let's just make sure I'm not saying that. But at some point that means I'll be eaten. So why would I say that? But free kick for Pereira. Very least self-aware, but Pereira. A little bit of a fake out there. No close down. This could be the chance. Moutinho cross. Header. Past the post. That'll be a goal kick for Sacramento. Orlando got close to breaking the deadlock, but not enough. Just wide. But there's absolutely no way that MLS owners would go for promotion relegation. Cara puts it just wide. There's no way they'd go for it. And the second thing I'm going to say is at least let Toronto get good again before you put in promotion relegation. I mean, probably wouldn't have got relegated. What's your thoughts on last game for the newest players, Mississippi State? It was a pretty good game. Defensively, they didn't wow me. I think defensively they could use some work, but they got to clean some things up. Maybe the rain delay was a problem. Offensively, they were great. We sort of expected that. The wide receiver room is the best I've ever seen, ever for Mississippi State. And I think that'll keep on going. They'll at least go 4-0 to start the season, if not 7-0 before Bama. But we'll find out. They could honestly beat Bama if they get out to a fast start, but we'll find out. 11-1 doesn't sound so stupid now. I mean, I knew, but they had to prove it. Not to me, but others. I think they've proven it. So that's my thoughts. But back to the game. 21st minute. That's out for a goal kick for Gallese. I'd be okay with that. I would be great with that. Oh, look, Garbertron is at he should be at the Open Cup final. I'd be okay with that. Suck if Sacramento gets stuck with Bobby Bacala, but they would think it's a great idea. They're like, hey, we could win we need a better manager for Champions League, forgetting that shot. Oh! Saved by Gallese. Foster. Just wide. Foster is just wide. Almost. What a great chance for Sacramento. Get Orlando on their heels. Foster makes the run, takes the shot, and it's saved just wide by Sacramento. Foster with a great shot. I thought just wide, and Gallese didn't get a touch to it, or the defender didn't. But 22nd minute, Orlando gets their chance. The two best chances have both gone just wide for each team. Each team's best chance has gone just wide so far in this match. 22 minutes in. Nice pass there. Huon. That goes out for a Sacramento throw. Demio Vidaire to take. Former Toronto FC trialist, by the way. In the preseason, he trialed with Toronto FC. Didn't get signed. Probably should have, but our loss to Sacramento's gain, and he could almost win the Open Cup. At least about 67 minutes away to winning the Open Cup, if not more than that. But Orlando. Demio Vidaire is a great player. Great player. I wanted him signed the whole time by TFC when he was trialing. So let's just remember that. It's like I actually do deserve a front office position in something. It's like I should have a say, but whatever. Jack for Sacramento. Jack Sacramento. That's what we'll call him. That's good. Leon would choke even more if Bobby Bacala became their coach. That would be funny. But I'm not even a masochist. I wouldn't even wish that on Leon. Just like I wouldn't wish Chris Armas on them. 24th minute. Angulo. Ivan Angulo. Cross. That's out. Vidaire could get there. At least we watched Georgia got the best offense and defense, similar in the best. Probably got easy schedule. There's yours in November. This is easy to watch in Dogs fight. Can't wait to see the cold sweat drip down your neck once we beat Bama. We're undefeated going into that game against Georgia, and it's like, oh, they're actually good. They're actually good. We'll see what happens, though. Keko gets fouled, but it looks like an Orlando free kick. Yeah, this referee is a little bit biased. Did he get paid by Don Garber? 26th minute, 0-0. Did he get paid by Don Garber? I think he may have. 26th minute. Getting to the middle of the first half. Fernandez fouls. Yep, yeah, he just ran through. That's going to be a foul. Araujo gets a free kick here. Cincinnati won NYCFC in 23 minutes. Didn't watch it, so thank goodness. Ooh. NYCFC without Tati is actually bad. Ugh. Cincinnati's winning, oh boy. Yeah, I think that Montreal game ruined Toronto's chances of making the playoffs, even sneaking in. Sacramento wins. I could see Mark Briggs and Rodrigo Lopez staying with Sacramento for at least the CCL. I agree. Oh, look, Danny Dicchio. Danny Dicchio. Former Toronto FC player, legend, now coaching as an assistant for the Sacramento Republic. Hey, at least he may be on goal by Martins. Hey, at least he'll be going to Champions League if he wins, if Toronto can't. That's great. We'll have a legend there on the sidelines. Not bad. I won't complain. Oh, Danny Dicchio, 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 Danny Dicchio. 27th minute. That also helps me root for Sacramento, I gotta say. 27th minute. 0-0. Jack Sacramento plays on. Back to Jack Sacramento. Cross in. And that's out for a goal kick. Oh, no. It stayed in. That's what we'll call him. Jack Sacramento. And if he ever leaves and goes to another team, we cover a game he plays, we'll just call him whoever he's playing for then. It's just smart. The thing about Dikio as a coach, he wanted to go somewhere else. That would be played forward by Sacramento, 29th minute. But Dikio's a legend for Toronto. Legend as a player. And he coached there for a long time as well. At different levels. I'll never say a bad word about him. I wouldn't be shocked if he ever ends up as TFC's manager too. I wouldn't be shocked if sometime in the future he ends up as TFC's manager. It seems like that's a very high likelihood possibility, even as an interim, I would say. TFC Leon and Toronto Maple Leafs were to compete in the competition to see who would choke the most. Leon would win by the skin of their teeth. Or would they choke it away? I mean, yeah, Leon would probably win. They have the most monumental chokes. The Leafs have the most depressing chokes, but there's a difference. In Toronto, sometimes they make other teams choke, but sometimes they choke themselves. So I think Toronto would come third place in that competition. TFC, I should say, would come third place in that competition. Probably. That's my guess. Jack Sacramento for a throw-in, 30th minute. 0-0. Plays it to Foster. Foster, crossover, and absolutely overshoots the mark. Vider. Demia Vider. Fernandez. Vider. Trying to play passing triangle. Nice little give and go there. 31st minute getting to. Plays on. Ooh, Fernandez. Fernandez keeps it for Sacramento. Sacramento could play on Fernandez. Fernandez blocked away. Still Sacramento, though. Keeping possession for a bit. Jack Sacramento, ball crossed in, and it blocked away. LaGrassa. Didn't he play in MLS before? That name. I know he was, of course, through the whole run with Sacramento, but didn't he play in MLS before? That name sounds so damn familiar. Like more than just heard it like 3 months ago familiar. Crossed in, blocked away. I know Jack Sacramento used to play for Atlanta United. Sacramento versus SKC vibes. That's exactly what I was going to say. That's exactly what I'm seeing here so far. The exact same game plan, and Orlando's falling for it. They are not throwing the kitchen sink, as Winvo would like to say. Second minute. I mean, hell, if Toronto can get Thomas Tuchel, they should do it. You'd be stupid not to. Got some time. Yeah, that was crazy. But I can see why Jack is having the best game of Sacramento's players right now, because he knows he has some inner hatred for Orlando because he played for Atlanta. Of course. That's why he's the best player so far for Sacramento. Let's see if the numbers pan out. No, it says Foster and Gonton over him. Other than that, no, Desmond as well. Casey. At least he's been the player who plays the most forward, I should say. I won't say best player, but Rodrigo Lopez has barely been visible, I have to say. He hasn't done much. He's had a couple of moments, but I ain't seen much. 33rd minute. 33rd minute. Come on. Come on. Throw in for Sacramento here. If they could get a goal before the second half, that would be absolutely inflating for them. Sacramento Republic. Foster goes deeper onto the pitch to receive the ball. Jack Sacramento making a great run, has a chance to cross. He does. Saved by Gallese. And Foster is down, holding his leg. Of course, we got to win. So, help me, Lord. Yeah. Winvo definitely is very nervous right now. I could probably tell you that much. I guarantee you he probably is. I'm not a fly on the wall, but I guarantee you he probably is. Probably biting his fingernails. Hit that like button. Let's get this one going. Yep. I mean, I don't blame him. I mean, cup finals, you probably are going to be biting your fingernails to the quick. It is what it is. I know how it feels. Go bite your fingernails to the quick. It's a cup final. 35th minute. Foster's still on the pitch. Good for Sacramento. They don't have to make any changes yet, forced by injury. You don't want to see that, especially for a team who's the Cinderella. But the Cinderella story is not hit midnight yet. I can tell you that much. 35th minute. MLS Cup final last year, I was nervous as shit, so I know what it feels like. I think we all do, of who's still here. I think we all do. BKL knows, you know, I know. I think everybody who's in the chat supports a team who's actually good. Or at least was good for a time period. $36 minutes. I mean, $36 minutes. Orlando holding possession here. The fact that Mayor of Sacramento created excuse letters for people to be excused from work or school to watch Sacramento play proves there will be massive celebrations all over the streets in Sacramento if they win. Oh, yeah, and they better have those celebrations. Those would be beautiful. I want to see the videos. Oh! Clear the ball, clear the ball. Angulo, Moutinho, 37th minute. Clear the ball. Moutinho. Cleared. Cleared by Lopez in the 37th. Sacramento still has this match in a deadlock, defending with all their might. There'll be a free kick for Sacramento to relieve the pressure. 37th minute. Can they get to the half tied? Which is probably at least part what they want. Is it me or we literally think about Rebel? Oh, wait. Winvo's acting like Rebel, lol. I wouldn't be shocked. Jack. Luis Felipe. Sacramento's defending really good as a team. I mean, they have to make a run like this. This is nothing different than what they did against Kansas City. This is exactly like the SKC game plan, and Orlando has not gotten anything different. And they've not broken it either, which is absolutely crazy. Orlando is struggling to find a good opportunity. Sacramento's found some honestly better opportunities, or at least opportunities that are just as good. Jack. So, I mean, that's exactly what you're looking at, I think. Rodrigo Lopez. Foster doesn't get to the ball, but Lopez at open spot. Looks like a free kick for Orlando. 39th minute. 0-0 at the half. Looks like that's a very, very stark possibility. Still 0-0 right now. Cordova scores for Tigres over Toluca, 43rd minute. Sounds about right. 39th minute. Orlando on the ball. Torres passes back to Pereira. Pereira passes forward to Moutinho. Moutinho crosses. Angulo can't get to the ball. Be played forward. And Lopez to press. Or Foster to press. Foster to press. I agree. I don't think the stats always tell the whole story. And I think this is one of those games where it doesn't. And you'll exactly see what I'm saying when we talk about the stats of the half. Sometimes the stats don't matter. Sometimes the stats are very, very misleading. If you're reading box scores, sometimes they do not give you the full picture. They don't sometimes. And saying some stuff like that makes me know that if Josh Pate was a fan of football or soccer, association football, we'd have a very good show together. If you've ever seen Late Kick with Josh Pate, if you like my channel and you like college football, you probably would like his show, by the way. Just saying. Just saying. But again, box scores sometimes never tell you the full story about a match. They sometimes don't. And I think this will be one of those cases that a box score doesn't tell you the whole story. I don't think it does. 41st minute. Jack Sacramento. 41st minute. 4 minutes left in the first half for Sacramento. They're holding on to the draw so far. Oh, nice pass out of danger for Vitiello, who's honestly been a great goalkeeper throughout this whole run. That's a bad giveaway for Sacramento. Shot blocked away. Torres can't get a hold of it. Araujo blocked away. Can they clear the pressure? Moutinho. Keko. No foul. Free kick. Why? No. That was a clean tackle. This referee is on the take. I swear. This referee is on the take. I swear. I swear Garber paid that guy. I cannot be shocked. I am not shocked. This referee is seriously, the softest tackles have been called fouls for Orlando, but Sacramento has barely got any free kicks. Seriously. Sacramento's not showing any fear and is taking the game to Orlando like how Canada did to Mexico in the semifinals of the Gold Cup last year. And the Azteca and Edmonton. Yeah, though they probably did. They probably did. Pineda, free kick, 43rd minute. If Sacramento wins this, even on penalties, it's a freaking miracle. And I mean, the whole run's been sort of a miracle, but this referee ain't making it easy, that's for sure. Jack Sacramento heads it away. Facundo Torres. Orlando, corner kick. Their second corner of the game? It's first or second. Hadn't been many corners, I have to say, on either side of the ball. 43rd minute. Corner, 43rd minute. 2 minutes to go before halftime. Sacramento's been holding on. Sacramento has been holding on as tight as they could to the rope. Will they hold on till halftime and get a chance to step on the higher platform, the raised platform to rest, and then get a chance to hold on to the rope for another 45? Cleared away. That'll be a throw-in for Orlando. I don't think there's any VAR. I don't think there's any VAR in this match, so that's the good thing, because if there was VAR, remember Gold Cup 2021, Canada versus Mexico? Speaking of that match, yeah. So, yeah. Got a feeling this is going to extra time. I know it's only the first half, just has that feeling. This is exactly the same playbook Sacramento had against Kansas City. What I'm trying to say is so far, it looks like that playbook is working again. And it looks like it's going to work at least until 45, if not 90. And it looks like a free kick for Orlando. Come on, Sacramento, says Christopher. 45th minute. We got some stoppage time, or could this free kick be the last play of the half? 45, we see. A handball? At least it wasn't in the box. Free kick off a handball. 4. Orlando. I didn't see it. I did not see it. Then there hasn't been any replays to show it. Well, I mean, hey, that's a good team to take notes from. If you're Sacramento, I mean, that's a good team to take notes from and a good manager to take notes from. We will go to 46 minutes. 45 plus 1 will be our stoppage time. Not much. Throw in for Sacramento. 45 seconds. Sacramento can completely hold on. "46th minute for the Republic. 20 seconds to hold on to get this to a tied halftime. It doesn't seem like it. "10 seconds. Yes. At least take the draw. Helps Toronto more. Doesn't help as much as a New York win, but, you know, whatever. 46-minute halftime, 0-0 between Orlando and Sacramento. We have at least 45 more minutes, if not 55. 45 plus 10 is 55, plus 5 is 60. 60. Because, 15 minutes of extra time. Wait, no. 30 minutes. 15's a half. 30 minutes. 45 plus 30. Yeah. 45 plus 30. So 55, 65, 75 minutes. 75 minute. Just saw the goal. I went crazy. Steven Rose. 0-0 at the half. Imagine if Sacramento pulls off a no-era penal against Orlando. I mean, I wouldn't be mad about it if as in they get the penalty that wasn't a penalty, or they get screwed over. It depends on what you're talking about. Lord, give Orlando strength. I'm so nervous right now. Are you biting your fingernails? I bet you are. If you were Sacramento's coach, what would you tell them in the locker room during halftime right now? Here's what I would say, then we'll go to a break and then talk about the stats. Boys, good performance in the first half. You're executing the game plan very well. Got a couple of good breakaway chances. Could have easily scored on one of them or two of them. Playing very well. Not giving Orlando much counter, much chance. Doing exactly what we need to do to hold this game in our favor. Keep on doing what you're doing. Ain't much to say. Don't play the situation, play the game. Don't play the moment, play the game. That's all you have to do. Don't let the moment, don't let the situation get to you, but it hasn't yet. But the later we go, the more it will. Keep your head on. Keep your head straight. Keep playing the same way. They got a way to go. Keep it going. That's all I would say, basically. That's what I'd say. That's good, but please try to be careful. Second half, this has got to be crazy when we watch every single game. As if Sacramento gets the penalty that isn't the penalty against Orlando. I wouldn't complain if I'm a Sacramento fan. If that makes you win the game, I'm biting skin. At this point, lol. But I don't think that's bad team talk, frankly. So with that being said, we'll talk about stats the half. Sit tight, we'll be back. Short break, sit tight, I'll be back. And we'll talk. Sit tight. going to be a ride. Yeah. Stats the second. They should be. Stats of the half for the first half. And maybe we'll talk about stats after 90 if we go to extra time. So with that being said, 56% possession to 44% possession, 6 shots to 1, 220 accurate passes, 84% accuracy to 170, 81% accuracy, 3 fouls to 9, 1 offside to 0, 1 corner to 0, 6 shots to 1, 3 or no shots on goal for either team, 262 passes to 211, 84% pass accuracy to 81%, 7 throw-ins to 13, 1 accurate cross to 0, 12 accurate long balls to 16. No, that's 18. No yellows on either side and no reds on either side. Honestly, when you look at those stats, you would say Sacramento is not the better team right now, or Orlando's dominating the game. I wouldn't say so. As I've said, stats sometimes, when you look at the score line, the box score, you look at it and say, oh, how'd this game end 0-0? How'd this game go to penalties? And you got to look at it and say, something doesn't add up here. And those stats don't really represent the whole story of the match. Sacramento has defended absolutely well. They've defended absolutely well. They've defended strongly, defending as a team. They've had some offensive runs on the breakaway that shows their game plan is absolutely working. Orlando really hasn't had any chance, really, to put a scare down Sacramento's spine. They haven't scored, of course they haven't scored, but they haven't really had a chance to really 100% chance. There have been some half chances, but I think when it comes to it, Sacramento's half chances have been better than Orlando's. Possession-wise, yeah, Orlando's been holding the ball more, but that's a symptom of the game plan, frankly. It's a symptom of the game plan. I don't think that really means anything when a team holds more possession and has more accurate passes if it's a symptom of the game plan. And that's exactly the point here. Sacramento is playing exactly the way they need to, and they've played a really good first half. And if they keep playing the way they have, it's very similar to the SKC game. They could easily get this to extra time. They could easily get this to penalties, and then all bets are off. All bets are off. Because penalties could go either way. Now, Pedro Gallese is a very much better goalkeeper than Kansas City's in that match. It was Pulskamp. Gallese is much better than Pulskamp. That is the truth. Tim Melia was in goal. That penalty shootout against Kansas City for Sacramento could have been different. This is some real stuff if this gets to a penalty shootout. This is going to be if Sacramento wins, it's going to be a very long penalty shootout. It's not going to be a quick one unless Vitiello just makes save after save. I don't see that, though. But it's up to the Orlando kickers to you would think, though, Oscar Pereira would be like, okay, we're playing a lower division side. Agree with some of the people saying throw the kitchen sink, and he didn't. This is their game. This is up to them. This is their move. This is their stadium, and they're basically like, nah, we'll let this play out. No, you throw the kitchen sink. And the fact that they haven't, I told you Orlando will play a bit scared or fall right into Sacramento's trap. Guess what? They have. That's the problem for Orlando. Never seen this keeper we're facing. Vitiello's a very good keeper. I'm not saying he's not, but Pedro Gallese is a very, I don't know if I should say world class, but he almost made the damn World Cup. Now, okay, he did lose a penalty shootout to Australia. So, I mean, it can happen. Sacramento could pull this off. I don't think I'd blame Gallese for losing the shootout to Australia if it comes to a Peruvian side of things. I don't think I'd blame Gallese. But he did technically lose a penalty shootout to Australia, so I'm sure Sacramento's kickers are better than Australia's, and Vitiello is honestly a better goalkeeper than Andrew Redmayne. So, frankly, from what I've seen. So, it could happen. Pedro needs his head in his mindset. He's not really made any saves. He's not really had to do anything. When it comes to a goalkeeper, you want them warm. It's kind of like a relief pitcher. If they're not warm, if they're not up and at them, they're not really in their mindset. And Pedro hasn't had to do much. He did go on the Foster shot. He didn't get a touch on it, but he had a good dive. He's had some catches to switch the possession, but other than that, I ain't seen much. D-Row is, where was it? Yes, Dwayne De Rosario is nominated for the National Soccer Hall of Fame, and he better get voted in. What makes Sacramento so deadly is they believe in themselves. They believe they can achieve the impossible. They show no fear. They have excellent strategies and tactics. They have excellent teamwork and chemistry. They're intelligent with their plays. I agree with that. All he needs to do is save everything near him. Still want him to have more chances. Totally forgot about this game. How's it been? It's been a great one. Sacramento is playing exactly the way they needed to have a chance. They're playing the exact same gameplay as they did against SKC, the same game plan, and it hasn't backfired at all. Orlando is sort of playing scared, but it's a very edge of your seat game, I would have to say. Yeah, that's happened. But if this referee is going to give anything as a foul for Orlando, or free kick for Orlando, why not go down? I don't blame him. Why not? Why not go down? Why not go down? Maybe they are somewhat injured or picked up a knock, but they're not going to admit it anyway. What would you tell Orlando at halftime if you were their coach? If I was Oscar Pareja, now this is a team talk. Guys, this is our house. This is our pitch. This is our stadium. And you are playing scared out of your minds. This is a final. This is a cup final. And you're playing scared out of your minds. You should be throwing everything but the kitchen sink at these guys. Don't be afraid. This is your home, your stadium, your opportunity, and you're pissing it away. You're falling in their trap. Wake up. Throw everything but the kitchen sink at them. They've been good passing. There's been good movement. There's holding possession. Lots of possession. Turn that into a goal or two. Stop playing scared. Stop playing scared. This is your home. Stop playing scared. Do whatever you got to do. That's all I got to say. Pick it up. Pick it up. Add a few F words in there and you got a halftime speech. Oh, I could if I wanted to, but you know, let's keep it somewhat PG. It's not after dark yet. Well, okay, no, it's after dark, but it's not like 9 p.m. yet. This isn't MLS after dark. if Orlando lose, you're going to see CapCut edit anger and sad. I don't blame you. I could do a halftime speech, though. Don't worry. Goodbye, DC United. I wouldn't miss them. Wayne Rooney is getting relegated again. Wayne Rooney. Wayne Rooney. Shit manager, Wayne Rooney. Normally we are. Sometimes we go over the line, but, you know, well, I'm trying not to rip my head and my brain out, BKL. It'll get worse before it gets better. It'll get worse before it gets better. Don't mean that in a bad way, but, you know. Second half about to start. Sacramento gets to kick off. If they find a goal, all bets are off. If you were TFC's coach, would you punish them the same way you said you would punish Comunicaciones for losing to Dinianhen? You bet your ass I would. Sand pit. Run your asses off in burning sand. Hot sand, barefoot. Yeah. Gonna sweat so much you're gonna look like a sugar cookie. Yeah. Yeah, I would. Yeah, I would. Sacramento get a free kick. Hopefully you're not. Or at least balling. Hopefully, at the very least, it's like a single tier, but you still have your head up high. There's a difference. Jack Sacramento's up. Free kick for Sacramento. Brace yourself. I don't know what emoji that is. Free kick, 46th minute for the Republic. The Republic. '46th minute. Roro Lopez. Take the free kick here. Hope Orlando somehow get third gear. They haven't even been in second gear. Cross in. Header. Falls down. LaGrasso with a shot. Headed away for a corner. And Sacramento. It seems like the whole effing country's rooting for Sacramento. As I said, if you're not an Orlando fan, you're probably rooting for Sacramento. Whether it's silently or openly. Corner for Sacramento. I say I'm doing it silently, but it's not because it's not anything against Winvo, but it's just the story, you know? I can't hate a good Cinderella story. Short corner by Keko. Roro Lopez. Keko Gontan. Cross. Not enough. Long switch of play. And they absolutely lose. Oh, no, free kick. Oh, exactly what Ryan said. Explain to me how that was a foul. Explain to me how that was a foul. '48th minute. There are moments where if I was a coach, I would ask the fourth official, explain to me how that was a foul. Like, seriously, I would do that. I'd be like, explain to me how that was a foul. In the most absolute shithousing way. Like, you can't give me a yellow card, but you know it's sarcastic type of shit. Be like, how's that a yellow? Or how's that a foul? Tell me how that's a foul. Like, to where you can't prove intent, but it would be like, he sounds a bit sarcastic, but I can't prove intent, so I can't give him a yellow card. Better tell him. Well, Gio Savarese does that all the time. I don't think that Sacramento could pull off another Cinderella story in CCL next year. Just getting to the quarterfinals will be that Cinderella story. I think that's house money. That's house money. Oscar's definitely scared. Besides, look at him. Yeah, I could see it. 49th minute. I'll say even though Sacramento wins, it'll give Euro snobs another reason to make fun of MLS because there's no way a championship team could take the FA Cup. I mean, look at Nottingham Forest. They got pretty close. Like, if a Euro snob was talking shit to me about the Open Cup, I'd be like, Nottingham Forest had a damn good run last year, and they honestly, arguably, could have gone, well, not arguably could have gone all the way, but they could have pulled it off. They had the talent. And you're telling me you want to joke about Sacramento? I would just say 2 words, Nottingham Forest 2021-22. That's all I'd say. I know they didn't win it, but getting to that deep is sort of getting as deep as Nottingham Forest did is exactly like Sacramento winning the Open Cup. I mean, if you use the transitive property, it kind of is. It kind of is. So, that's what I'd say. Roro Lopez, ball crossed in. Not far enough. Thank you, exactly, Ryan. Orlando's still playing like a fucking pussy. I mean, yeah, I mean, they kind of are. They're definitely letting Sacramento dictate the pace in their own stadium. Now, that's a problem. Now, I would complain about that. Now, that's disrespectful. Now, that's just horrible. Now, I could complain about that. But, I mean, they are letting Sacramento dictate the pace in Orlando's own damn stadium in a final, nonetheless. They are. Now, that's a problem. And I'm not trying to shit on Sacramento by saying that, but Orlando, you're in a final in your own stadium from a team who's across the country, and you let them dictate the pace when you could go to CONCACAF Champions League, and this is your second best chance of ever doing that. Then again, you bottled the MLS's back final too, and you almost, in sort of a similar way, I mean, Portland was a pretty damn good team in the bubble, but I mean, it was a very similar situation where Orlando was basically in their backyard. They play Portland, who's from across the country, in a final that could have got them in CONCACAF Champions League the next year. And what do? Absolutely capitulate. Who on? Cross for a throw. Think about it, though. It's very similar to that Portland-Orlando game. Very similar. Portland were the way, way better team in that match when they were basically in Orlando's backyard in a final that would have got Orlando the Champions League. I'm sure Rory agrees with that. Am I missing anything? So, I mean, Orlando is playing another final that could get them into CONCACAF the same exact way. And then if you want to go even deeper, at least when they played Nashville, they were playing in Nashville, but they let Nashville take control in the playoffs. And that was Orlando's best team. Let's just say that Orlando can't handle big matches. Like, they used all their luck in big matches. Well, no, that was later in that season, so that's not a good comparison. But, like, the biggest match they've had that they've done their best in was that New York match. They used all their luck for at least 5 years in that match. Feels like it's SKC versus Sacramento and 2020 Portland versus Orlando all over again. Exactly. Have you watched Welcome to Wrexham? Yes. I love that documentary. I love it. Makes me want to own a football club even more. My where I was born, hometown of Greenville, Mississippi. I love Welcome to Wrexham is a beautiful documentary. I love it. I've watched all 4 episodes, and it's only 30 minutes per episode, so you could knock out both episodes in an hour. You do it weekly, there you go. So probably tomorrow I'll watch the next 2. Orlando has a double whammy. They play tonight and Philly Saturday. That's not fun. At least Orlando's sort of insulated in the playoffs, so they could sort of take that hit, but only one of them's the league game. But, that's out for a goal kick. "55th minute." But it seriously does. Keko defending against Angulo, and they call for a goal kick. 55th minute. 0-0 still. But it's exactly the same. This is the same situation. Orlando just can't play big games. I'm being serious. Like, they legitimately, that's got to be, they call foul, goal kick. Well, Sacramento punched their ticket to CCL tonight. It looks like they're very close. I wouldn't say very close, but they're wrestling for that ticket before they get on the CONCACAF Express and have the ticket puncher make his art on the tickets. Same confidence. I hope Wrexham AFC makes it to League 2. Otherwise, I think the show will backfire next season if there is one. Yeah, but I think Wrexham, I think they do make League 2. I think they're going to make that run and get promoted. I legitimately think they get promoted to the Football League. I think they do. And I'm rooting for them. They should have done it last year, but they lost in the playoffs. But I think they've learned from both failures. From the failure of the half season that Rob and Ryan owned the team in that first season during the COVID year where everything was empty. And then last season where they got knocked out of the playoffs. I think they've learned. They're finally going to get it done at the third time of asking, or second and a half, I guess. I believe they will, and I'm rooting for it. Sadly enough, you've barely seen Bootlegger. That's the only thing I hate about the documentary is you've barely seen Bootlegger in Welcome to Wrexham. They have not. They've only had like 2 seconds of Bootlegger, and it was one of his YouTube videos. They really need to work on that. Sacramento going forward. 58th minute. Bootlegger. '58th minute. Well, Sacramento's still playing tough. They're about to get to the hour mark, still drawing. And it looks like there's going to be a substitution for Orlando. Looks like Benji Michel about to come on. Probably for Erkan Kara, because Erkan Kara hadn't done a damn thing. Foster. Nope. Pressing isn't working, but they do press. Fernandez. Foster. Plays it back. No penalty. Oh, come on. That was the best chance there in this game so far. Cleared by Vitiello. 59th minute. Looks like Benji Michel will be subbed in a short while. I would say for Kata, but Sacramento wins. They better start preparing to play away in CCL because being away in CONCACAF is very terrifying and very hostile to away teams, especially if they're playing in Mexico or Central America. I think Sacramento better make a call to Bobby Smirniotis. If there's anybody who knows how to prepare their team for playing in Central America, they need to get some tips from Bobby Smirniotis. Briggs needs to get some pointers from Bobby Smirniotis. That's all I'm going to say. Mark Briggs needs to get some pointers from Bobby Smirniotis of Forge. If they get to the CCL. That's all I'm saying. Benji Michel for Erkan Kara, 60th minute. Yep, called it. Erkan Kara ain't done shit. The man is a zebra. The man is a zebra. Reminds me of frickin' Jonder Cadiz. The man reminds me of Jonder Cadiz. Born offside and can't run. That's exactly what Erkan Kara reminds me of. 61st minute, 0-0. Another throw-in. Header. Shot past the post. That'll be a goal kick. Benji Michel misses his first chance of the game. Womp. Good long throw, but Benji Michel tries to take a semi-bicycle kick and misses it. Like, that's a whiff. Orlando's attackers, not great. What's the score? 0-0. 0-0. All I'm going to say is this. Looking at this Orlando team, when Toronto goes and plays them, Toronto should win 2 straight games. Let me tell you that. Atlanta's shit, and Orlando has no goal scorers. We should not have a problem winning 2 straight going into Miami and still having somewhat of a reasonable chance to sneak into the playoffs with 2 games left. Let me tell you, the slight possibilities will still be alive going into the penultimate match of the season. And even then, I think we probably beat Miami at home. Clear. Shot over the bar. That'll be a goal kick. To be honest, Toronto should definitely. But that's enough about TFC. But seriously, Orlando, their forwards are shit. Like, they have no forwards. Like, Facundo Torres is dropping way too deep. Seriously. Whoa. I'm a diehard Revs fan, and we're struggling this year, but we might just sneak into the playoffs. It's either us or you, frankly. To be honest, it's either Toronto or the Revs to sneak in 7th, to be honest. That's exactly what I'm going to say. Goal kick for Orlando or Sacramento, 63rd minute. Are you sure about that? I'm sure. I guarantee you they'll be out for blood anyway after what happened against Montreal. At least the Italians will be. So they'll feast on the 3 teams that we play that are absolutely absolutely or almost shit. And then when it comes to Philly, they're going to give us just a little bit of hope. And the Revs are going to do enough just to let us have that hope. And then it's going to fall apart on decision day. I guarantee you. Just wait. I wish Montreal was the reason we missed the play. I mean, I guess it would be the reason we missed the playoffs. But, it's a lot of things they're compounding. But that's not the thing that completely ended our chances. Which sucks because I'm going to hold on to that nose hair of a chance until it gets ripped out of the nose of MLS. Which doesn't help my health at all. Which doesn't help my health at all. 9 shots to 2 for Orlando. Here comes Sacramento. It looks like this is going to extra time. Sacramento's playing if their lives depend on it. It pretty much does. Because they get a big prize pool for a winning Open Cup. They go to Champions League. They get a payday that is probably one of the bigger paydays that Sacramento's ever got for going to Champions League. This does make their lives better. These players' lives better. And it looks like Douglas Martinez will be coming in for Keko for the Sacramento Republic. 65th minute substitution. Douglas Martinez for Keko. Orlando playing the ball back, 66th minute. The home field advantage is not affecting Sacramento at all. No, it's not. It's not. I can see why some Orlando fans want Oscar Pareja out now. I can totally see it now, though. Let me just say that. I can totally see it. Ooh, header. Nice. Ah, shit. No foul. But it goes to Facundo Torres. 66th minute. I'm surprised. Oh, wait, no. Chris Mueller went to Chicago. I knew he was back in the league. I just forgot for 5 seconds. I don't think Chris Mueller is a Chicago player at all. That's a foul. Free kick for Sacramento. 66th minute. Can you blame me, though? Foster. Free kick for Sacramento in the 67th minute. MLS probably paid this ref. Yep, I agree. I'm going to laugh my ass off if Sacramento gets it done. Like, you paid a ref. I mean, let's just look at all the calls he made, and he called every little small little ball, small tackle that was all ball foul for Orlando, but Sacramento only got like 3 free kicks. Yeah, sure, you didn't pay the ref. Yeah, sure, you didn't pay the ref. Yeah, sure, Don Garber, you didn't pay the ref. Yeah, sure. You don't want to be shown up by a team who got rug pulled, who almost was in your league. I get it. So you're going to try to screw them over. The Orlando screw job. That's out for a throw-in for Sacramento. The Orlando screw job is what Don Garber's trying to pull off. But unlike Vince McMahon, you don't know how to pull off a screw job. 2-0 Puebla in the 68th minute. Barragan, 2-1 Tigres over Toluca in the 72nd. Oh. That's so many Sacramento fans. So many. Corner kick for Sacramento in the 68th minute. Which, the one that just happened, like last weekend, ball crossed in, headed away. LaGrassa gets to it. I mean, I like Nuhu Tolo as much as the next guy. I know, shocking, but he's funny. Like, he seems like a cool guy. I like Nuhu. But why are we talking about Nuhu Tolo scoring a goal on an Open Cup broadcast? Damn it, you got me talking about it. I mean, it'd be funny if they did, but I don't see that happening because of the ownership. It's not relevant at all. I don't know why they brought it up. Because Nuhu Tolo finally scored a goal in MLS? That's got to be a foul. Yep, yellow card on Antonio Carlos. That's a free kick for Sacramento. Right outside the box. Could Roro Lopez strike this one top corner? You want a goal? We'll see if we get one here. 69th minute, last 20 minutes of regulation. Regular time. Plus stoppage time. Sacramento. Free kick for Sacramento. Yellow card on Antonio Carlos. Foster was almost in through if he didn't get fouled. Antonio Carlos with a tactical foul, but a bad free kick to give up and concede. Very bad free kick to concede. Man in the goalkeeper shirt ain't happy. 70th minute. If Sacramento could score here, that could give them some time to breathe. But would that actually be the best thing for Sacramento? I'm sure they would rather win in regular time, but do they sort of rest on their laurels if they score? That's the question. I don't see it, but I could see it, you know? With 20 minutes and you score, in case of a draw, no extra time, then penalties. So 30 minutes of extra time, then penalties. But Open Cup's always had 30 minutes of extra time, so that's nothing different than every other round. It'd be funny if they went the other way and just changed it for the final. Be like, no, we're just going to go straight to pens here. Nah. CONCACAF sometimes like messes with it for the final and then does extra time. Now, but when it comes to Open Cup, it's always been extra time, then penalties. So we'll have another 30 minutes of football, then penalties, if so happens. But here's a free kick. Roro Lopez at a striking distance. Does he go top corner or does he try to curl it in? Demia Vidaire. Fools. Header punched away by Gaese. That'll be a free kick for Orlando. Ooh. I need to look at that again. Do you blame Donovan or Desmond, or do you blame the Gaese freaking rocketed out of there. It's pretty packed. Let me see this again. Roro Lopez. Looks like Vidaire tried to take it, then Roro Lopez switches it up. No, that's no. No, that's more just absolutely, you can't, he punched it, then he ran into him. MLS Cup runner-up would be the extra spot, I think. I would think, personally. I mean, USSF makes the decisions, but I think MLS has a very big part of that. So they'll be like, they wouldn't. The only way Sacramento goes to Champions League is if they win this. They have to do it themselves. USSF will not let a USL championship team in Champions League if it was up to them. Canada will be facing Japan on November 17th, by the way, just in. Woo-hoo! I'll watch that. Don't worry. I'll cover that. Don't worry. But I want Canada to win. Unlike the US-Canada game. The US-Japan game, I mean. I misspoke. I want Canada to win against the US, of course, but I meant Canada, US-Japan. The US-Japan game, I want Japan to win. Canada-Japan, of course I want Canada to win. Desmond gets a yellow card? Are you kidding me? Okay, all right. Yeah, this referee is a bullshitter. This referee is an absolute bullshitter. Yeah, okay, 74th minute. I can't wait to see that. So, 3 days before the World Cup, the 21st, 18th, 19th, 20th. It's about 4 days, and then Canada has to wait about 3 for their match. So it's about a week in between that friendly and their first World Cup match. About a week. 6 days. Cross in. Header. Saved by Gaese. I said extra time was possible. I thought it would go to extra time. 74th minute. What a header, but Gallese gets the save to it. Roro Lopez with a great shot. Header on, but it's right to Gallese. But look at that. Sacramento is taking a front foot here. They want to win this now. They want to win this now. I don't blame them. They want to prove they could win it in extra time or regulation through open play. That's a bad giveaway, though. Shot. Goal! Goal! Facundo Torres! 1-0, 1-0 Orlando. Facundo Torres with a banger. In the 75th minute, 1-0 Orlando. Orlando finally gets the goal, but there's still 15 minutes for Sacramento to tie it up. They haven't been horrible. They've had a chance or two. Horrible defensive play, bad giveaway by Casey. It goes to Michelle. Michelle crosses over to Torres, and Torres bangs it in past Vitiello. Nothing you could do about it. I think I jinxed it. Nah, you didn't jinx it. I'm still reviewing this game. I'm not doing the Aljulense game. Let's just get this over with and done. Torres. Boom. If it somehow still goes to extra time, If it doesn't, I'll just review this one anyway. 76th minute. Sacramento has 14 minutes to score a goal to tie this back up. Vader. No foul. Nope. Yellow card for Fernandez. There it is. Good for MLS overall in CCL, I guess. No shot Sacramento could take on the Liga MX teams. Here comes Winvo. Sacramento still has time. Sacramento still has time. Sacramento has had some chances. It's not over yet. It is not over yet. Let's not say it is. It's not over till the fat lady sings. It's not over. My God. Here is Winvo. Well, damn, BKL called it. Horrible defensive mistake from Orlando, or from Sacramento, puts Orlando in the lead. You can't get mad at it. You can't get mad at it if you're a Sacramento fan. Got to tip your hat. Yeah, I heard, Logan. Let it go, let it go. Benji Michelle's made a difference. Yeah, because Erkan Kara is a horrible, and I mean a horrible forward. The man looks like he was born offside. He's a freaking zebra. Basically reminds me of Jonder Cadiz. Exactly. It ain't over. Archimedes. Luther Archimedes is on for Sacramento. And Coelho is on, their third substitution. We got 10 minutes. Luther Archimedes from Malik Foster. Benji Michelle. Header. Has a chance to make it too. Benji Michelle. Penalty. Penalty for Orlando. Penalty. Yellow card for Roro Lopez. Tried to make the tackle. Not good enough. It is a penalty for Orlando, and they can make it 2-0 and end the dream right now. It's a penalty for Orlando City. Sacramento is falling apart. They were playing the moment. They played the moment. Benji Michel. Vitiello came too far out. Casey was the one who made the tackle. You got to score it first, Winvo. Just goes to show Penarol produces good players. Oh, they do. They do. Thiago Martins, red for NYC. Facundo Torres, penalty in the 80th minute. This 2 goals for Facundo could win Orlando the Cup in a CONCACAF Champions League spot and keep the doblete alive for Orlando. Yeah, I'm ready. Torres PK. Facundo Torres from Penarol to Orlando. Could be the reason Orlando wins the U.S. Open Cup. Takes the shot. Goal! 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 Goal, Orlando! Goal, Facundo Torres! Goes the opposite way of Vitiello, and it's 2-0. And that should do it. Facundo Torres with the penalty. Five minutes after his first goal, he scores a penalty to probably put this game out of reach. 2-0 Orlando. Orlando's going to CONCACAF. They couldn't do it in 2020, but they do it now, 2 years later. At their second best chance to go to CCL, they go. They will be going in 2023. Nah, I'm just going to talk about this match and get it over with. I'm going to review this match and get it over with. Even though it's not going to extra time or penalties, I'm just going to get this one over with because I still have some stuff to say. Facundo Torres, 80th minute penalty. That is that. Sacramento played the moment. As I said, they shouldn't have played the moment. They didn't. They played the moment. They didn't play the game. They fell apart late. As soon as they had some front foot energy, Orlando cut them down. Facundo Torres. Could he make it 3? He can. Shot past the post. Facundo Torres almost made it 3 for himself. He could have had a hat trick. You ready that we finally have football on Sundays? Yep, I'm ready. What was it? This is sad that Orlando has a sellout crowd for Open Cup game but haven't had a sellout in years. But it's a final, Logan. But at least means they could sell out CCL. This has been a great time. Yeah, it has. It's been an enjoyable game. Facundo Torres almost got a hat trick in frickin', well, technically he's been on the pitch the whole game, but since he scored his first goal, he almost got a hat trick in frickin' 7 minutes. Kyle Smith is on for Huon. Huon for Kyle Smith, the man who scored the goal against TFC right at the end back in like May. It's been a while. And Tesho Akindele is on too. Tesho! Oh, we'll have a Canadian in Champions League as well. 83rd minute. Congrats to Orlando. Yep. Ivan Angulo is off for Tesho. Tesho Akindele. 83rd minute. Orlando, they waited till their moment was right. Kyle Smith has been there since 2019. I know, but I was connecting it to he scored the winning goal against Toronto back in May in Toronto. At least Torres didn't do a trick shot with his PK. Cough, cough, Chicharito. Cross in, saved by Gaese. 84th minute, or getting to the 84th minute. Yeah, I think that was pretty stupid. What Chicharito did with 3 points on the line in a game that the LA Galaxy needed to win more than anything, and he does that, he goes with a Panenka and absolutely pisses it away against SKC. That was stupid. Chicharito was acting really selfish there. He already got his 200th career club goal. Got a second goal in that match. He was on a hat trick, and he was being cute and thought he could get the hat trick there. If the Galaxy missed the playoffs, yeah, that's not going to look good for Chicharito. And he's been apologetic the whole way. But Mexican outlets have been calling him selfish. They've been calling him stupid. And absolutely wrong for trying to take that Panenka. And if Chicharito is the reason that Galaxy missed the playoffs by 2 points, he ain't staying. They're going to definitely get rid of him. And they've already been on the fence of getting rid of him. At least the fans have. When he's a free agent. I think the last time that happened was when the group stage was around. I agree. I mean, I don't blame you because that was absolutely stupid what Chicharito did. I don't blame you. I mean, you should be like, really? Because he could cost you playoffs. It isn't just like, it was like the 4th week of the season and we really don't know where that's going. The man could have easily just cost you playoffs. Easily. He knew the situation and he was like, no, I'll score. I'll try to score a Panenka. Thinking it's that easy. It isn't. 86th minute. Cross in. Pushed out. No foul. Sacramento. Throw in. 86th minute. Header saved. Zlatan will never do that on a last-minute game-winning goal. He probably wouldn't because here's the thing about Zlatan, right? Zlatan may be an egotistical bastard, but he cares about his team more than anything. When it really matters, he'll do what's best for the team. And then he'll put the spotlight on him after he gets it done. Chicharito wanted the spotlight on him the whole way, not just after it happened. There's a difference. Zlatan may be an egotistical jackass, a lovable egotistical jackass, but an egotistical jackass nonetheless. But he cares enough about his team to help his team then take the spotlight. Chicharito's just like, you know what? I already got 2 goals. Let's be cheeky for a hat trick. Let's make this memorable. Just puts the spotlight on him and just... Now, help your team first. Roro Lopez takes the shot past the post. And Gallese ain't happy. 87th minute. Zlatan talks, but he backs it up all the time. I agree. That also is true. I'm so glad I'm not scared anymore. If that went in, you would be, though. Lopez just wide. Roro Lopez blocked away. Corner. Sacramento's still fighting, let me tell you that much. Roro Lopez. Cartagena and Perea are coming on in the 88th minute for Orlando. 2-0. Who's Mississippi State playing on Saturday? Arizona. The Arizona Wildcats. Chicharito to Diddy Onhen. Make it happen. I don't think he would do that. At least Zlatan can smack talk and prove it. Yep. He never bullshitted once. What's the score? 2-0 Orlando. MLS Cup, fuck that. The CCL's more important. Honestly, I agree. Except Toronto shot themselves in the foot. They probably need MLS Cup to get to CCL next year. But honestly, could Toronto even do what I think they should do when the Italians just got here? No, because Bobby Bacala is a fucking joke of a manager. Bobby Bacala is a fucking joke of a manager. I could do better. Chicho would retire and play COD and join FaZe. ¡Cállese! ¡Cállese, los cinco hombre! ¡Cállese! Now Hernandez doesn't play with himself on FIFA. Phrasing! Phrasing! Yep. Phrasing! Damn it. FaZe Chicharito. Will LA Galaxy and LAFC make it to CCL? LAFC, yes. Even as the opposite conference champion, they probably should. What the hell? LA Galaxy, they have to win MLS Cup. I don't think they do. What about Chicharito's penalty miss? We talked about it. That's why we're shitting on him in the comments. That's why we're shitting on him in the comments, because we talked about it. Just go back about 5 minutes. 90th minute. But Rory, don't I agree with Hercules Gomez about Chicharito's penalty miss? Don't I? Benji been in purple his whole life. That's why he plays with his heart on his sleeve. Pereira and Junior Urso are off for Cartagena and Pereira. Oh, really? Oh, really? Oh, that's a small world. That's a small world. That's a small world. Funny thing is that Chicho was talking shit to the goalie before that PK. I think I've told you that before. I don't remember it. Maybe I forgot. 8 minutes of stoppage time. Winning that Cascadia derby has put my Timbers into turbo, as they should. At least they'll make the playoffs. No, he's not. You know that Fnatic, the esports team, does CSGO tournaments, plays FIFA? I didn't know that. Fortunately, if LA Galaxy and LAFC play against Liga MX and CCL, they will not have home field advantage when they have to play Liga MX at home. LAFC, that didn't matter to them when they played Leon. That didn't matter. Need I remind you? Need I remind you that didn't matter? Football Americas right after the match. Ever since 2000, LA Galaxy been winning CCL. How did Galaxy been winning? Yeah. Save by Vitiello. Expect that. Read on Reddit of all places. Ever since 2000, LA Galaxy been winning CCL. How LA Galaxy been winning since they don't have the best players like Zlatan and Chicharito. Galaxy ain't winning shit till our FO is gone. Yeah, I would say so. And let's be honest, the fact that it's pretty hard for the Galaxy to win is not Greg Vanney's fault. Let's just make sure we know that, right? After Orlando hold up the trophy. Let me tell you, just like Greg Vanney wasn't the reason that Toronto was underperforming, is the same reason Greg Vanney is not the reason the Galaxy are underperforming. Greg Vanney is a damn miracle worker, pretty much. You shouldn't. I'm going to be back after the trophy lift. You have time to say what you want to say, then I'll do my review, and then you'll watch the review after the trophy lift's over. Works for me. I'm sorry for lost, Sacramento. Yeah, me too. Oh, hey, it works out anyway. Extra time. Worked out anyway. Perfect. Oh. Boom. 94th minute. Halfway through stoppage time in Sacramento. If they score here, they still got 4 minutes to score a second, but that's not going to happen. Orlando City is about to receive their ticket and punch it onto the CCL train. To the land of hope and dreams. The offseason should be busy for the Galaxy, so let's see. You think any Sacramento players are going to be pulled by any MLS teams after this? All I hope is Toronto goes and pulls Demia Vader. At the very least, if Richie Laryea, at least for a backup for half a season after this season, and if Richie Laryea leaves and goes to Europe somewhere when his loan ends or goes back to Forest, I would hope Demia Vader is the replacement. And, I mean, he could go against, of course, Caden Chung, but we'll see what that is. I would say as well, Foster. Foster looked pretty good. Maybe Danny Vitiello. Honestly, you know what? Screw it. I want Danny Vitiello in Toronto too. Screw it. I would be down with Danny Vitiello in Toronto. I'd be down. Absolutely down with it. Screw it. He's a damn good goalkeeper. The penalty, it's hard to save a penalty. He has saved them before, though. And that banger by Torres, he couldn't really do anything about it. Bono would still find a way to F both those up, though. I would tell you that much. So, 95th minute. Those two, honestly. Those three players. Offseason should be busy for the Galaxy. Let's see. Yep. Non-MLS need to enter MLS season. I mean, now St. Louis is there. Why didn't they add other in USL? Goal for Orlando. Here's 3. Ball played forward. Benji Michel. Benji Michel rolls it in. If it wasn't over, it's over now. Benji Michel puts Sacramento to sleep. It's 3-0. Orlando City. Benji Michel with a goal. That's it. Emil Coelho on the team for Sac. Yep. Torres is an important player for Orlando. I agree. Benji Michel changed this game. Only fitting that he shuts it down. Only fitting he gets the last goal. Assisted Facundo Torres for the first goal. Scored the third. He changed this game the whole way. And Torres assisted him there. Perfect. Rolls it through the legs of Casey. That'll do it. Orlando City will be going to CONCACAF Champions League in the spring. Probably better for U.S. soccer's sake, but they still have a chance for a doblete later this season as well. Vitiello, He also played for Atlanta. 1-1 NYCFC Cincinnati. I'll take it. So it's basically Philly, LAFC, Orlando, and the MLS Cup champs. Yep. And Vancouver. Thank you, Bobby Bacala. Thank you, Bobby Bacala and Jonathan Osorio. Never let Jonathan Osorio take a penalty ever again. I swear to God. I don't want to see it. He could do everything else. Just never take a penalty again. Never. I mean, ever. If I was the manager, I'd tell Oso, sit the fuck down. You're going to be number 10. If I was in a penalty shootout with TFC and Oso was still on the team as a manager, or I'm a manager and he's still on the team, I'd tell him, brother, you're number 10 on the penalty shootout list. If we get there, we're probably fucked anyway. Sit the fuck down, Oso. I think that'd be a good move. And that's full time. 3-0 Orlando. They're your Lamar Hunt U.S. Open Cup champions for 2022. It is full time. 3-0 Orlando City SC. Orlando are the champions of the Open Cup, and they're going to CONCACAF. Because Canada, that's why. This is a Canadian championship. That's why. Damn near 100%. Good for y'all. I hear my name. 3-0 Orlando. They get it done. They'll be able to lift the Open Cup. See what Winvo has to say. Then I'll do the video. I'll do the review. and Sacramento is heartbroken. The slipper doesn't fit. The Cinderella story has hit midnight. Orlando City gets it done 3-0 on the night for Orlando. The Cinderella story hits midnight. Those champion shirts are pretty cool. I like them. Orlando's going to CONCACAF. Sacramento fought their hearts out, but it just wasn't enough. Just wasn't meant to be. Just wasn't meant to be. Since no Guatemalan team made it, I'm going to be an MLS supremacist next CCL. Yeah, your team already won it. I mean, does it really matter for me as well? I mean, at this point, unless Toronto goes ass over head into MLS Cup and MLS says, you know what, we're changing the rules anyway next year. Go ahead. Which probably won't. That's like a 5% chance of happening, and I'm being freaking liberal with that. I mean, why shouldn't I? Since we can't win it first and y'all won it first, it's a similar thought process, you know? Similar thought process. Does it really matter if I shit on MLS teams that aren't Toronto at this point? No. We'll still be the first Canadian team. I'll shit on Vancouver, don't worry, but I don't think I have to really do much work on that. Vancouver is shit. They'll screw it up themselves. They're shit. They're shit. They shouldn't even be in Champions League, but then again, we let them, so that's what's going to hurt the most. Oscar Pereira changed the game when he brought on Benji Michel. Exactly. Like, Winvo knows he has about 5-7 minutes until the trophy lift, doesn't he? I said I was going to stay to hear his thoughts. Vitiello clapping the Sacramento fans as he should. Or are we going to be live through the freaking trophy lift? But damn, what a win by Orlando. What a win by Orlando. Very, very good. U.S. Open Cup final. Orlando City 3-0. Alianza versus El Diablo Lense started exactly. I knew it would start at 9, so there you are. They're setting up the stage. There it is. Orlando City SC. The MLS team that ends the fairy tale. Sacramento still put their heart on their sleeves, though. They just fell apart way too late. And Facundo Torres, second, their best-rated player in the game. Benji Michel, the second best-rated player on Orlando, as he should be. I don't think that's wrong at all. I think that's right. Honestly, I think he's the man of the match because the match changed. GG's to Orlando from Columbus. GG's to Orlando from Toronto. Sacramento put their heart into it, just fell apart. Yep. They got a little bit hot-headed. They tried to get it done in 90 minutes, and they got ripped apart right at the end there. Anthony LaRosa was almost right. He said 2-0 Orlando. It was 3-0. Yeah, that was probably more of a realistic prediction, but I think everybody wanted it to be closer. But let's be honest, I don't think anybody's really shocked. I think you should try a Jays game on stream if there's nothing else going on, just to relax. I may do it in the playoffs. Why not? I probably should. I did a Leafs game. Didn't do a Raptors game. They didn't really get deep enough. With the Jays, though, yeah, I'll definitely think about it. Take that sticker off the new copious notes book. Speaking of. There's another one. Boom. Stream got cut out on iScore short, so I'm here early. Tell us your feelings, Winvo, and then I can get on to making the review. You're going to sleep happy. As you should. As you should. That's cool. Happy for you, Winvo. Happy you get to feel happy. That's all that matters. We may not have got a Cinderella finish, but at least you're happy. At least you're happy. Say it, say it, say it. Nice. Matt Harvey, pitch in person, and Mike Trout hit a home run in person. My days at MCFC terror have ended with Orlando winning a trophy. Good way to see it. Good way to see it. Say it, say it, say it. Say it, say it, say it. Boom. Orlando City SC. They're having some fun out there. Orlando is ready. I can finally say I've seen one of my teams win a trophy. And let's see. I got the Patriots, the Bucks, TFC, Raptors. Jays have not. Leafs have not. Mississippi State. Well, no, the national championship in baseball. So, yeah, there's that. Almost. Orlando will do decent in CCL that cause teams problems. I agree. Nah, he's a North Carolina. He's a North Carolina FC fan. Fucking finally. NYCFC is goated for taking care of my neighbors down south. Oh, them some fine words. I got chucked with a Carolina Panthers Super Bowl win. No, Satan Manning won that Super Bowl. And then Tom Brady kicked your ass. And Adam Vinatieri kicked your ass back in Super Bowl 38. So you lost Satan Manning and Tom Brady. Got to see my Packers crew and KU all lift trophies. All I need is the Reds to lift one, and I can die happy. Yeah, that's going to take a while. You'll probably be 90 years old when it happens, but, you know. Vinatieri was a damn good field goal kicker. Damn right. And Gostkowski. And now the Patriots got Nick Folk. Nah, we ain't. We ain't. That 1 year with Shane Graham. half a year. Reds and Arsenal will lift a trophy for my sports teams. No, Arsenal will probably lift a trophy. At least I'm a Georgia fan, and we kicked Alabama's ass since the CFP National Championship. See you in November is all I'm going to say. And then probably December after that is all I'm going to say. If Arsenal wins Europa League, I'll count that. Nick Foles. They cut him. Not shocked. Wouldn't have been funny if, like, Nick Foles did something with the Colts, just like he did with the Eagles. I think they probably will at this point. So with that being said, I think that's where we'll cut this one off. If you like the stream, like it, share, subscribe. You know what it is. Tell your friends. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell notification. Once subscribed, send super chats on the live streams. Comment on this video. Put us to play. Share with friends and family. All that great stuff. I will see you for the review within an hour. And then have you watched the Hulu documentary on the Women's Aussie Football League? It's one of the best sports docs out right now. I haven't seen it, but maybe I'll check it out. Congrats, Orlando. See y'all later. I'll check your vid out later. See you. Peace.